What's up, guys? My name's Eric Hopkins, and welcome to the Joecast, my YouTube channel where I love to do trailer reactions, movie news, movie reviews, the whole shebang here. And today I want to do a quick trailer reaction for the new Roseanne revival that's going to be coming to ABC in 2018. I really love the old series here from back in the 80s and early 90s, and I'm really looking forward to checking out this little trailer clip that they gave out to kind of let us know that the series will be returning next year. So I'm going to watch it real quick and let you know what I think about it. Let's check it out. 1988, man.
Are you ever sorry we got married?
Every second of my life.
Bacon is loaded with sodium, nitrites, grease, and animal fat.
Breakfast!
Everything a young body needs.
I was hoping we'd have a little extra money to play around with.
You know, I have my own system for extra money. First we send in the phone bill and we forget to sign the check.
There you go.
Then we send the water bill to the electric company and electric bill to the water company.
Now you're cooking.
And you know that charge card bill, it never even showed up.
The lunch lady at school's been out sick for a few weeks. I think she's gonna die soon. Are you interested?
Wow.
Well, gee, let's see. Serving crappy food to ungrateful teenagers? How would I know I was at work?
I actually have to go in the store and buy condoms myself. God, how embarrassing.
You could use the rhythm method.
Oh, does it work?
Ask your brother.
The show was so,
I
yeah.
was talking to this person, you know, totally innocently, and then they kissed me.
Give me the guy's name, Roseanne.
Sharon. You know, we have the house to ourselves tonight.
Oh, this episode was something.
I really, really love you.
What? Nobody loves me.
Oh, wow, they were so freaking out. They played this so well.
Am I shrinking?
That.
Your dad and I were wondering how come you don't want to kiss that girl in the play.
Is it because she's black?
Look at that couch.
Hey, black people are just like us. They're every bit as good as us, and any people who don't think so is just a bunch
Look
of
at that sweater.
banjo-picking, cousin dating, barefoot embarrassments to respectable white trash like us.
I have some bad news. Dad is not with us anymore. I said Dad has passed away. He's dead. No, Dad. Dad. He's fine. He sends his love.
Get your spoonful, hold it high, and fire!
You have such a big mouth.
No, I don't.
That would have been so much fun.
Becky, cut.
The cheese. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Wow. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I tell you, you know, and like I said, I watched this growing up as a kid, and a lot of the jokes, you know, back at the time, you know, I didn't quite fully grasp as a child, you know, but as you get older, you start to understand the struggles that the Connors went through on this show, and especially that scene there where she's like, you know, throwing the bill, or, you know, saying, oh, we're not going to send this, we're going to send that check to the wrong company. You know, you can relate to that the older you get, and I can see why it was such a big hit with adults back in the day. And the thing I do remember a lot about the show is how it was, you know, a little bit on the edge, where they would, you know, obviously say things that wasn't very PC. It'll be interesting to see how this show does now in today's world today, you know, especially when it's such a PC world and you don't want to offend anybody. This show definitely did not worry about offending anybody when they came out back in the early 90s. So I'll be interested to see if they still hold that edge that they had back then, or if they're kind of going to maybe go more a little conservative with it or whatnot. But they also, you know, other thing I really remember about this series is how if Dan and Roseanne had a disagreement, they flat out argued right on camera, and they made you believe their struggle and that they were legitimately angry with each other. But at the same time, despite the arguments, they always come back together, and they were a family. And, you know, this is one of those series, too, where I absolutely could not stand the way the series ended, because by the time it did end, I was becoming a little older, and I understood more about it and everything like that. I was probably in my early teens when this show went off the air. And one thing I do remember is that final season they did, I absolutely hated the way they ended the show. And just, you know, her spoiler alert, I guess you could say, but it's been, you know, 20-some years now. But that very final episode when you find out that everything that happened in season 9 was like complete with some of her stories that she wrote in her book that she was writing to kind of cope with the fact that she lost Dan to the heart attack he had, I believe, a couple seasons prior. So I completely hated that. It just, I mean, I get why you would write it that way to kind of, you know, show Roseanne at her low point there, show her. But it ended on such a low note, and it was so sad and heartbreaking that it was hard as a viewer to kind of watch. Not only that, some of the stories that had her, like, fighting terrorists on a train, like Under Siege, Dark Territory style, it was really weird, and some of the episodes in that final season just really didn't hit for me anyway. So I'm hoping that this will be a chance for it to maybe kind of go out again on maybe a better foot, because this screams to me Fuller House. I mean, granted, it's not on Netflix like Fuller House is, but I thought that series, Full House, didn't quite end like the shows would today either. It just kind of stopped, and I'm kind of glad to see, you know, Fuller House return. You know, what is it, 20-some years later, whenever it stopped as well. And I think that show's actually been pretty good. It's a good family comedy, and in this case, this will be a little bit different of a family comedy. It's not going to be your typical, you know, I don't know, family that you would see. It's more of, you know, getting to the real root of, you know, what American families really go through, and that's one of these things that this series really stood out with. And I hope as long as they do that again, I think it's going to be another good success, because we're kind of in a place in the world where we could really use some down-to-earth, grounded comedy sitcoms out there. And I know this is only going to be an 8-episode run. I'm hoping that, though, if it does well, it will come back for more. And the good thing about this series, too, coming back, they've got all the original cast back, from John Goodman to Roseanne, obviously Laurie Metcalf, who plays Jackie, Sarah Gilbert, both girls who played Becky, and I think the one who came in later is going to actually be cast in a completely different role. She won't be playing Becky. The original girl who played Becky will be playing her, and of course Michael Fisher, who played DJ. They're all coming back, and I think that's very, very good. And I know that a couple of these people, like Laurie Metcalf and Sarah Gilbert, have been on The Big Bang Theory with Johnny Galecki, who is also in Roseanne, played Darlene's boyfriend. Can't remember his name off the top of my head, but anyway, so he was in this series as well. So it'll be interesting to see if Johnny Galecki, maybe, since it's only an 8-episode run, maybe could make an appearance or two here as Darlene's boyfriend, and it would be kind of cool to see him come back as this as well, because he is still acting, and, you know, with the connections with Laurie Metcalf and Sarah Gilbert from that series, I think it would be really cool. So I can't wait for this. This is going to be a very short stint, but I'm hoping if it's successful, maybe we'll get more seasons down the road, kind of like Fuller House was, because they kind of had a short stint to begin with, and now they've got 2 seasons in and they're doing a 3rd. So if this goes well, maybe we'll get a little bit more of this down the road. And I definitely, for me personally, I really love John Goodman. I loved him in this series. He was one of the reasons I watched the series, and I love all of his other movies he's done in between, and I hope that he'll come back. He's obviously going to come back for this, and I hope that he'll knock it out of the park like he did before and have a lot of fun with Roseanne, and I cannot wait to see this coming up next year. But what do you guys think about this trailer? Do you like the idea of it coming back? Do you like the fact that it's going to be on ABC? What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below, and I'll have more shows here on the JoeCast coming up to you in the next week or so. Well, that'll just about do it for me, everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel right here by clicking this round logo right here. Please click on that and subscribe for more trailer reactions, movie reviews, movie news, NFL recap shows, and WWE professional wrestling shows. I'll be going over all those shows, and you can check them out right here on the channel. Also, you can find me on my Facebook and Twitter at facebook.com/JoeCast or on Twitter at EricJel. So until next time, as always, God bless.